Hi, I'm Fresh and Chu, and like most people, I did not start my career doing what I love doing today. Who is to blame? Uh, let's not go there. In this video, I am going to talk about pivoting from a career to something you love doing. For example, what you are doing currently isn't something you enjoy despite having chosen or it was chosen for you and you're now in the job market and you're feeling miserable and stressed out of your mind and you feel like it's time to pivot. I did not start my career doing marketing, which is something I love and I enjoy today, and sales. I did not start there. I would say that I wasn't as informed as I am today, and I am hoping with creating this video, most of you and most of my viewers will be informed while making the decision. I made a video previously on how or a guide on how to choose a career you love, and this for me right now is for people who started like me by a career you considered a hobby you loved, or you saw someone successful in your family and you chose the career, but after entering the job market you found that this wasn't your love or your kind of choice. It wouldn't have been if it weren't for the forces around you pushing you to go do that particular career. If you feel like it's that time of your life where you want to pivot, this is the place for you. And before we dive in, I would love for you to hit subscribe because it does so much for me as I put out this content out there for you for free. And if you hit that subscribe button, I promise to improve my content with every single upload, and you can keep me accountable for that. Do we have a deal? Amazing. After leaving the culinary world, if you've been here long enough, you know I was doing content regarding food. I love food. I love culinary. I love the arts and everything. But turns out that wasn't really supposed to be. What do I say? It's something I enjoyed. I loved. Growth for me in that area was as fast as it could be, but I still decided to pivot either way because of many reasons. And I will make sure to create a video uh, outlining many reasons why I decided and made the choice to pivot. So today we are going to talk about pivoting or pivoting from a career you are currently in and you feel like it's not everything you ever dreamt of. What made my my current job feel like the dream job even when I did not have the papers to go with it is the fact that it is about people. And even my previous career was about people, but this one was more of it fitted a lot of things that I loved, and the fact that I enjoyed the freedom of interacting with people other than the other one, which put me behind the scenes. I am still behind the scenes, except this time around, I am directly involved in people by leaving an impact that causes them to think a certain way, to improve in their decisions. And this is one of the things I love about my career because it gets to inform people into not making a career choice they might regret later on. And I take it to heart because I've been there. If I had received the guidance necessary from the onset when I went seeking information, there's a very high chance I probably would not have gone through what I did. And it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't what was for me. It wasn't my line of fulfillment, of love, or career, or giving the impact I had hoped to give in the world. And same impact. It wasn't a place where I could give the impact I had hoped in my life to leave behind. And with this, you must be wondering, Fresher, but you're not famous. And that's not the intention, even with this channel. Of course, I hope to be of impact to as many people as I can, and not in a sense where I am the center of it, but where I have left a positive uh, impact on people that they can live the lives they love because of choosing careers they enjoy. And this is where I fell in love because it gave me two things. When I pivoted in my career, it gave me two things. Please stick around because before the end of this video, I'm going to give you tips on how you can pivot your career yourself. So first, I had to leave. I had to make the decision to stop from where I was. 2 years experience in a five-star. That's it. And once I did, I went direct to resting because I needed it. And after resting for 2 months, I decided to now start getting out there and looking for something. My first was travel abroad and explore much into the hospitality industry as I could because I still didn't know that I could actually pivot and maybe try something else. So this was my goal to change. I wanted to, first of all, get a chance to travel abroad and work in the catering or hotel or culinary industry for as long as I can, make as much money as possible. And I had given myself a timeline, like about 5 years. And then once I come back, I would have set myself, for a full life of so many things. That didn't happen. I ended up in a whole other problem of being conned all my savings of the job I had. And after that happened, I know God does do things for a reason. At that time, I didn't look at it that way. So don't look at me like God did it. No, no, no. It's not. Everything happens for a reason. So I ended up going back home and starting over. And I ended up getting a job in sales. And this sales involved traveling across my country in many different counties where I market services of a certain college at that particular time. It was so fulfilling for me because I was doing from a place of knowledge and not ignorance. I was ensuring that nobody else goes through something I did by giving them the right choices and everything, informing them on what's available and what direction it can take in case you end up choosing that path. I did that for a period of about 3, 4 years, and it was so fulfilling because, first of all, I got to speak to the most amazing young people in the world, teenagers, young adults, and youth in churches and schools and all that. I also got a chance in the same time to travel, and that's something I had never done before. I had never traveled beyond um, as much as I did that time, let's just say that, because I got to step foot in almost every county there is in my country. And that felt so awesome because then it opened my mind. And that time I felt so fulfilled that I could not have decided anything else. I knew I must get papers to match my experience and continue giving the impact that I was at that particular time. Most importantly, you have to position yourself to a position of understanding, and not just understanding, you have to be able to be informed well enough to tell people what it is you're telling them. Of course, at that particular time, I was full on product knowledge of my employer, and it was so amazing to. And other than just that, it was also about the career I had taken. So I had proper knowledge of anybody who would have wanted that career. I was very informed about it and I wanted to know more. And other than that, I wanted to know what is this thing that I'm doing that is causing so much impact and people making all the decisions that, you know, they are making. And it was so amazing. It was beautiful. It was fulfilling. It was even more like life coaching. I went full on motivational speaking. Right as soon as I was done explaining what the products and the services were, everything else was not even about that particular product. It was about people seeking safety, people seeking information, life lessons, and someone wanted a direction. In short, everyone was seeking direction. And I still believe today that's what people need. And you don't have to do something because someone else is doing or someone else did it and they're successful and now you're miserable because you can't find your way around it. Because it's not moving as you had hoped it would. And it is just sad. It is just very sad. So overcoming challenges in transition is something you must expect because you want to leave your current um, place of employment because you're feeling it. This is not what I imagined it would be. You are going in this direction and you felt, no, I should have really taken this other direction. So, my beautiful people, here are a few things that you have to overcome while in transition or to expect during transition, challenges that you will face. challenges that you will have to come to terms with, challenges that you will have to get past in this whole pivoting. First, you will have to understand that you have certificates that do not match your job description, your new job description. In this way, I am assuming you have updated your CV to the likeness of your new career that you want to engage in, but your certificates are still the same. Put yourself out there with an understanding that you have certificates that do not match your new job description. Number two, you will have to understand that you will get a salary that is lower than your probably current position or same range or somewhere around there while patiently waiting to build your portfolio. Your portfolio in so many different ways, like getting a course to match your own, getting experience, building that portfolio. We have for a long time called it building your CV through internships, through part-time jobs. You will have to start low on salary as you patiently build your portfolio. While or when you get that job, because at this point I am not assuming that your parent will be ready to enroll you back in school to study another course or to pivot or to do all that. You're already in the job market. At that point, your parent already let go of you a while ago, and they're expecting for you to visit them over the weekends or holidays and come with something. So I am telling you that this will happen. And once it does, you will, yes, if you are persistent and aggressive enough and ethical enough to apply for so as many jobs as possible and appear to present yourself, and you end up getting that in job interview where you will go, if you applied for 10 and 2 you were called for interviews, you do your best and position yourself, you will get a job. Once you have gotten that job that you have hustled so much to get, despite the certificate issue, the salary issue, enroll yourself as soon as you can, immediately if possible, to a part-time course to align your skills with your current career goals. Do your best to enroll yourself in a short course, in a certificate, in a diploma, in a degree, if that's what you need to slowly build your skills to match your current career path. Another challenge you will have, and this is more internal than it is external, but sometimes it's both. And I really felt this so many times. I still feel it today. It's the worry that your new employer would probably not understand my diverse background. Some employers would love it and would look at it as a benefit because you have an understanding, you have diversified your skills, you know more than probably many people do not. Sometimes it can come as a compliment, it can complement what you already know and these things that you're trying to build, and sometimes it will go different directions. So there is that constant worry that your new employer, the new career, is not looking like you would want it to look like, and you're worried constantly that your employer may not understand your uh, diverse background. With challenges out of the way, understand that this is your strength, not your weakness. Goes ahead and choose right, you will be untouchable. Yeah, untouchable, and I mean it. Here are some lessons I learned during that time, and I'll tell you that building a career path from scratch is not the easiest thing possible. If this information is coming into you and you love it and you are relating to what I am saying right now, it's not too late to start anything you wish to start, whether it's content creation, a YouTube channel like this, because there's no late time, early time, there's no perfect time. It is now learn as you go because I am learning as I go. There was a time, sometime back when I started my YouTube channel, when I was doing exercises, I was first, there's someone a friend, and at that time, I would say a colleague, they told me that, this thing that you're trying to do is a celebrity thing and you are not going to go anywhere. It has its own, kuna watu wenye hufanya. There are people that are, it's like there are people that are meant to do this and then not others. And I'll tell you that after some years later, because YouTube is the challenge, this is the, if you do YouTube, if you've done YouTube for a year, 2 years, 3 years, please, hands up to you, because let me tell you, this will test you. It will test your patience. It will test your, I think, everything you think you know about yourself, because you will have to show up in all sorts of different hats until it works for you. I am still doing it today, and I promise I intend never to stop until I make it in this platform. I think if YouTube gang, you're hearing me when I'm saying this, please, you better understand that this is the time you need to push my channel to as many people as you can, because we are staying on here. And I believe in the impact I am making in this particular platform, both in my country, because let me tell you, we are all messed up out here by not having information that is relevant, that is important, that is life changing. And if one person can get this information from me, then I am happy. Then I am fulfilled, because it means one more person will not make the decisions that I made the way I made them because of lack of information. So now that we are together on that, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. It's all I ask. Time is the most valuable thing you have when trying to pivot a career. Identify as early as possible. You see, when you are doing that internship or doing that part-time job, or your first year during employment, during probation. That's why they think there is something called probation when you enter a job, because they want to find out if you are all talk or if you can do what you said in your CV you would. It is that thing. Time is of essence. It's the currency you have at hand to change, to improve, to grow, and build a highway up from there. You said you're changing your career path and you need to move fast and make it a whole. If you are in Kenya, you know what superhighway is. You want to make it as superhighway as possible for yourself, and therefore time is your currency. So do not waste any time once you have decided you want to pivot. I realized 2 years in to the catering world, and I was loving it. It was good, but it was not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I met great people then. I mean, it's the career that brought me as close enough as possible to shake the president's hands. I'm sure he doesn't remember me. Uhuru, President former, I really, really enjoyed saying hi. And that time, even Ruto, during the opening of Changamwe for the Super SGR that we have, it was amazing. I loved it. I met your chefs. Oh my good Lord, when I grow up. And that was amazing. And I still decided to pivot because that's not where I belonged. That being said, stop worrying about what will happen or what people will think. People always think, people always talk, people have their views. But let me tell you, it is your life here we're talking about. They don't think about it often, so stop worrying about it. And if they do, please make sure they regret it if ever they spoke ill of you or demeaned or all sorts of things. But don't worry about what people think. They don't do it often. I love that I pivoted because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't. I probably would be miserable if I didn't do it. So, your purpose will be made clear once you have made the decision to pivot and you enter into that career, because you have assessed the market, you have done everything possible before making the decision to pivot. It's a step that will take a lot of courage. It has a lot of uncertainty, but if you will bring yourself to make that decision and close enough to realigning your life in the career path that you want, that you enjoy, that you love, it's going to be amazing. So, have you gone through with your career? Have you transitioned, or are you planning to do your transition right now? Because I'd love to be your friend while doing that. So, please take my lessons and take my challenges that I got. I promise they'll help you make the decision that you want to make. Do not push yourself down for any reason. Be open to understanding and sharing the courage that you are taking, the courage you have made today. Please leave in the comment what you're feeling like you would like to pivot from. And today, let me tell you, today is easier. Today is easier. I should have mentioned this from the start, but today it's easier because you don't actually have to directly stop working, whatever. Okay, mine I had to stop. It was very unpredictable, and I do not like how unpredictable it was. But today, if you're in a career that gives you a little bit of time, like 4 hours a day, imagine you can study part time. You can study part time. Okay, if you don't want to study part time physical, like attending physical classes. Today you will call us for graduation after literally going to not to any school because you will be studying virtually. Do you know how amazing that is? How amazing that is. If you want to know institutions that do this, please make sure to leave a comment because I am here to tell you what needs to be done and you don't have to worry about anything going forward. So, if you have loved me going on and on and on about how nice it is to pivot, please, I thank you so much for listening to me and how you can actually make this possible for you. Acknowledge that where you are right now is not where you want to be tomorrow and take that leap of faith to enroll yourself in a career that you love. Please don't forget to hit subscribe because it's all I ask to keep telling you these things that are so important and so crucial to your life. And hitting that subscribe button just only helps me grow, which is everything I need in this particular platform. I would love for you to watch this video where I literally talked about how to choose. I gave a guide on how to choose a career that you love. So let me see you there.